Thursday. We were due for another merchandise order today, and it showed up on the UPS truck right on time. June went out to collect her bounty. We call the driveway her toll road. You pull in here, you better have milk-bone dog treats. Once we got all the merchandise unloaded, me and June Pup hit the road in the Suburban. We've got to run down to Dayton, Huber Heights actually, and pick up some parts for Vicky's C10 at Restoration World. The last time I went down here in the Suburban, I had to get towed home, so hopefully we don't have a repeat of that today. I had called down yesterday and placed an order, and they were going to pull the parts and have everything ready for me. However, after I got off the phone, as usual, I remembered 2 or 3 other little things I needed. So me and June Pup walked around the store and did a little window shopping, and I picked up a handful of little knick-knack things I needed for the interior. Every time I come in here, I'm just in amazement at how much stuff is reproduced for all these older cars and trucks. Kind of makes me want to get started on my Nova someday. Anyway, once we got checked out, me and June Pup ran over to McDonald's, got some McShareables, and we start heading back to the shop. While we're down there in Dayton, Jeremy's busy in the shop masking up the top of the Chevy pickup truck. He wants to use the nice weather today to at least get the truck in primer, inside, and on top of the cab. I'm really hoping he can shoot some color soon, because we want to get this thing put back together as soon as possible. Jeremy was just about ready to start shooting primer when I got back, and I find Miss Harley and Miss Vicky out in the shop working their tails off folding merchandise, with one little surprise for me.
I think it's finally time to put my girly glitter stuff on the website.
What?
I've
No, I don't sell girly glitter stuff.
But listen, I do.
This is my No. Come on
Listen,
now.
I have a lot of people who ask me all the time, how can I get one? Because we're never at an event. Because I usually have them at events. Look at that.
Oh, no, we're not selling that on my website.
Listen, we got rose gold glitter. We've got black glitter. We have my favorite color, white glitter. We have the heart one that I'm always wearing. Yeah.
You're putting these on my website?
Wait, look.
Wait a minute, you didn't ask for permission to do this. You're just taking over and hijacking my channel. What are you doing?
My favorite color. Baseball tee. Anyway, I finally have a good little stockpile, so it's time. Tommy already came over and took pictures.
I have brought you many nice things.
We'll see.
You asked,
Nice.
you requested,
See how
I bring.
See how nice that looks compared to your box that's in there. Nice.
New
Nice.
door handles.
New pits.
Your gas tank grommet
Thank God.
that you requested.
Yes. Awesome.
Firmly requested, I might add.
Yes, but the other one.
Door handles.
This is all for my truck.
Yeah.
Yep.
These hold the bumper on.
Bumper bolts. Looky here.
Door handle. Window.
Window cranks.
I thought we already gotten that on.
Rubber seals for the,
Window.
yep. Headlight knob for the headlight switch. Blower motor switch.
Oh, you got the chrome rear view. Nice.
Chrome rear view mirror.
That looks a
Bracket.
lot better than that other one. You did good for once.
Hey, guess what? For once, you get to bolt on shiny things and be a superhero.
Yay! Trying to get upstage like Kenny Powers. I better hide this. Come here and start bolting shit on.
Finally, it's time to start shooting primer in the cab of this truck. One step closer to putting the interior back together. Jeremy bought this gun at Napa for a primer gun, and it's not very good, but it's barely good enough to shoot primer with. We'll get by with it. We're sure thankful for the beautiful weather outside today, It was nice to be able to roll the truck outside and shoot this primer outdoors instead of in the shop, especially with the girls in there folding and stacking merchandise. Anyway, while Jeremy's out there working on the C10 shooting primer in the cab, I got Kenny Powers out there on another project. Kenny is going to replace the flooring and fix up the generator compartment before we slide the generator back in. Very thankful for Kenny and all his skills that he brings to the table every day. Both Jeremy and Kenny do fantastic work here for me, and I really appreciate it. Anyway, while they're just about done for the day, I used the John Deere to carry some wood pellet bags up to the back porch. It's supposed to get cold tomorrow and start snowing tomorrow night. All right, Messy Marvin.
What?
So, no color today. Big letdown.
Not a drag race.
Well, all right, so we got it primered. Inside and the top of the cab's all primered. What's the next step, Uncle Bucko?
Knock it down, sand it, maybe spot prime it here and there in case I find any low spots, and then get ready for color. I'll shoot the dash first.
Can we shoot it inside?
Yeah, we're going to.
We're gonna have to, because this weekend it's gonna be in the 20s and snowing. So,
Yeah, we're going to be shooting it inside.
that gun that you were using today was really nice.
It sucks. It's the worst piece of gun. Don't buy a gun off a Napa.
Hey, I think maybe you just don't know how to adjust it.
I adjusted it. When you lean it one way, it starts spitting and barfing all over the place. You lean it back, it starts spraying right. So it only wants to spray this way. The piece.
Did Mark sell you a different gun?
Yes, Mark sold me the finish gun. That was $120-some gun.
Ooh, $120 gun. That's an expensive one.
It's made in Italy, not China, so hopefully they did better.
Oh, God. So how soon do you think we can start shooting color? Tomorrow?
No.
Come on,
We're
man.
Standing.
What? Are you trying to retire from this job?
We'll see.
I'm thinking scuff and shoot by tomorrow afternoon. Come on, man.
We'll see.
I want to put this thing back together.
Yeah, I do too.
Not nearly as bad as me.
No, I want to do it more than you.
Well, by tomorrow, I'm sure there'll be a brand new chrome bumper to highlight on the back.
Oh,
So I'm catching some flack in the comments
for what?
that I'm not thankful for your help.
Well, I should probably be more thankful.
But in all honesty, I really appreciate my brother.
We know. Especially when you break the wheels off of something on the side of the road.
I don't do that.
Really?
What's your favorite Bill mess something up story?
I don't know.
There's so many.
Yeah. There could be the one where you bought a brand new John Deere and flipped it over upside down the first day you used it.
That wasn't the first day, but it was close. I'll give you that.
The day after you bought it. The first job you took it to. Or is it the one where you hit the telephone pole with a dump truck and squished the cab and I had to straighten that out? Or
I didn't hit a telephone pole with a dump truck.
Is it the time that you flipped the dump truck over?
Oh,
on the
I
side?
did hit a telephone pole with a dump
Yeah,
truck.
you
I
did.
forgot
You
about
put the
that.
pole right through the passenger side A-pillar.
Yeah, it was right over here, like right there.
Yeah.
I literally pulled out of the driveway and I took my eyes off the road for a second and the right front tire dropped off the berm and it sucked me in the ditch and right into the phone pole. I didn't make it 100 yards out of my driveway and I wrecked.
Or what about the time you flipped it over between two trees? Same dump truck.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, you did.
Not between two trees.
Yeah, you had to have it.
Oh, I
top.
did.
Yeah,
I did.
yeah.
You're right, I did.
Or
I
you
forgot
broke
about
the ring
that.
gear out of it. There's that
That's
one.
just parts failure.
You sheared all 17 bolts off in the ring gear.
I was coming up the hill loaded out of Pleasant Valley and it just broke.
I had nothing to do with you turning the pump up and banging gears like you're in now.
I can't turn the pump up on that one. You're just making stuff up now. It was EFI. It was electronic Huey injection. I can't turn that one up.
Oh, so it was a turd and you still broke the ring gear out.
Oh, I can't win with you.
Or about time you broke the wheels off of, I don't know, which dump truck.
You know what? I think we've had enough of your stories. You've bailed me out a bunch of times.
I bet Heimberger Road remembers you.
Oh, yeah. Whoops.
Yeah. And the tow truck that couldn't lift the bed.
Yeah, I forgot about
that.
Okay, so let's just say that Uncle Bucko has bailed me out at least 5 times.
No. 1 million. And possibly 1.
No, I definitely appreciate you, man. I love you, dude.
I mean,
Thanks for everything. But you still suck. So once we got done at my shop for the day, I get a text message from Billy. He and Tommy are over at his shop putting the engine back in his Nova. And he asked if I'd come over and maybe give him a little bit of help. And I said, sure, why not? So me and Kenny Powers took a ride in the Malibu and went over to check on Junebug. By the time we got there, Billy had already set the engine back down in the car and had put the intake manifold back together, and he and Tommy were cleaning off silicone from the headers. And of course they had 1320 video playing. So I picked up a tube of high temp silicone and started helping Billy put the headers back on. Once we finished up at Billy's shop, Vicky and Harley came down and we decided to go out to dinner. Vicky rode with me in the Malibu. All right, everybody, welcome back. So we had a pretty good day today. I had a nice trip down to Huber Heights and visited with everybody down at Restoration World. They took good care of me down there. Picked up a lot of goodies for the C10, for the interior mostly. New window cranks, horn. Well, I ordered a horn button. They didn't have one there, but I ordered a horn button. Rear view mirror. Some pieces, parts to put the door glass back in the window channels. Some of the plastic rollers on the mechanisms were falling apart. So got that stuff today, picked that all up. So when we finally get the color painted in this thing, we can start putting everything back together. Really thankful that we can just drive right down to Restoration World. It's only about an hour and a half away, down near Dayton. It's really nice to be able to just run down there and pick stuff up like that. Really appreciate those guys. They take good care of us down there. So anyway, Jeremy's got the interior and the top of the cab in primer. We're not trying to make a show truck out of this, but we would like to have the inside of the truck looking nice. The outside, I'm not too worried about. We're just going to let that happen. It turns out however it turns out. We're not going to paint anything else on the truck, just the top of the cab, because when we bought the truck, someone had shot some mint green on it and didn't mask the top of the cab, and it was really a mess. So we had to do something to correct that. But we're getting closer. Every day we're getting closer and closer to finally getting this truck back on the road. Mr. Kenny Powers, bless his heart, I turned him loose with another project here in the shop, and he's built me a whole new workbench area. And this time I got to pick out the stain color. Well, technically Kenny picked out the stain color. Vicky picked out the other one. It's way too dark, but that's whatever. It's fine. This one looks really, really nice. I'm really happy with how this turned out. So this is going to be my official area. And I'm going to relinquish the back corner to Mr. Kenny. So he's got his own little workbench back there to keep his project straight. So tomorrow, I think the plan is Jeremy's going to start scuffing and sanding the interior and the top of this cab so that we can prepare to shoot color inside. And once we get the inside painted and it dries, we'll mask it off and then shoot the top of the cab. Then we can finally put a windshield back in this truck, put the side glass in it, put the back glass back in it. Oh, I got a new window seal for the back glass today too. So I'll be so happy once this thing's finally wrapped up and we can start it and take it to Lucor and get the exhaust system put on. Can't wait. Then I get to start all over tuning the engine and the 700 R4 for shift points and all that. We start all over again with the truck. But at least the C10 is a little bit easier to work on. I think I can pull the governor completely out of it and not have to disassemble the governor up in the transmission tunnel like I had to do in the Malibu. But really, really happy with that Malibu, guys. I'm telling you, that thing, it runs and drives so smooth. It rides like a Cadillac. The transmission shifts perfect. It's just perfect. I did have to put the lockup, electric lockup on a switch underneath the dash. It's right below the headlight switch in the Malibu, but because of the camshaft and the intake manifold and everything, the vacuum switch, I just couldn't get it to operate the way I wanted it to. And in all honesty, unless you're on the interstate or unless you're on the freeway, there's really no reason to lock the converter in that car. So in the event that we jump on the interstate, once it goes up into overdrive, you get up around 55, 60 miles an hour, you just hit the switch underneath the dash, converter locks up, drops the tack down, and you can sail in that thing. I mean, that thing just rolls on the interstate. It's unbelievable, and it does pretty damn decent on fuel too, honestly. That cylinder head combination, that camshaft, that intake, and that carburetor is just a beautiful, wonderful combination for a street car. It's just, it sounds really good at idle, but it cruises so clean and effortlessly. I'm really happy with it. Once we get some better weather and we can put some slicks on that Malibu, or at least some drag radials, I've got some wheels coming in from RC Comp, but once we get to that point, I'm hoping that I can start getting an ET slip on that car, and then we can start whittling away at what we can get out of that combination. And I'll share with everybody what the car runs, what the cam and the cylinder heads and all that. I'm not sure if we've ever done that on that car. That was Billy's project originally. And I'm not sure what he has or has not shared on that car. I can't remember. But whatever, once we get a little bit closer to racing season where I can get a time slip on it, I'll be happy to share the combination, because it's a really good combination. I mean, it runs flawless. I can't even put it into words how nice that car runs, how smooth and clean. Anyway, actually, I'm thinking, Billy said tonight at dinner that we may take the S10 and the Falcon to Cincy Street Nights next week down at Edgewater. And if that is the case, I may drive that Malibu down there, and we'll see. I don't know, because I don't have a set of slicks or drag radials for it yet. I'd have to go get a set of drag radials. I don't know. I'll think about it. I might take it down there. That'd be a fun time, because they've got a 1250 index class, and I don't even know if that car it's 1150 index class. And I don't know that that car run that fast. I'm not sure what it'll do, but I'm willing to find out. So, all right, guys, I'm going to hop off here for tonight. As you saw earlier today, Vicky and Harley got another merchandise order in today off the UPS truck, and they've been in here all day folding and shipping stuff out. So I promise we haven't forgot you. It's just Gina's had a little bit of trouble getting the shirts out here recently. She had some girls come down sick down there, and so they've been backed up just a little bit. But things are getting back to normal now, and we should be in pretty good shape. So, see you all tomorrow. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, watching, commenting, good and bad. Appreciate you all. Thank you very much. Good night, guys.